mindfulness is so much more than just an activity. It is truly a state of mind. Hi Bright Light, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. I am so thankful and appreciative of the views and the subscribers so we can continue to grow our community together. My name is Bri Mosquera and I am a Law of Attraction mindset coach. On this channel, you will find tips on self-development, wellness, law of attraction, and manifest. So today we are talking all about mindfulness and how being mindful has helped me create an authentic and fulfilling life. And I will share 4 steps that you can start taking today to also begin being mindful and to create the life you desire. Also, before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notification bells so every single Wednesday and Friday when I upload new videos, you'll be the first to know. So according to the American Psychology Association, mindfulness is a moment-to-moment awareness of one's experience without judgment. And I want to emphasize without judgment because it is so easy for us to judge ourselves once we start to identify these emotions, right? Especially the negative ones. We're like, why am I feeling this way? Why is this happening to me? So at times we can be our worst critic. The American Psychological Association also identifies mindfulness as a state, not a trait. So being mindful is all about you being aware of your thoughts, your experiences, and your emotions. So it is a state of perceiving and observing yourself. And since it is a state of mind, it is something that has to be practiced, has to be exercised, and adopted, just like the muscles on our body. If you are a person that enjoys fitness and you enjoy working out, you have to do the same thing with your mind state. Because whenever you take on a new habit, a new behavior, it takes some time for your brain to recognize it as normal and as a part of your daily routine and thought process. So what do you think when you hear the word mindful or practicing mindfulness? What does that mean to you? And when you think of mindfulness, do you automatically think of meditating? Comment below and let me know. Meditation is actually a popular tool to practice mindfulness, but it is not the only way to be more mindful. Okay, so let's get into the tips so you can start being mindful today. Tip number 1 is that practicing gratitude and when you combined mindfulness works so well together because the aim is to deepen your experience of how you perceive this event that brings you so much joy and satisfaction. So a way that you can practice gratitude and be mindful at the same time is to reflect on the good things that are happening in your day and writing it down and explaining what exactly in that moment made you feel happy or made you feel excited. And by reflecting on this moment, you are being mindful and you are identifying the type of events that bring you these great emotions. Another creative way to practice gratitude is to buy a mason jar, and within the mason jar you can throw in things that brought you joy during your day. So you can write it on a piece of paper, rip it out, you could fold it up and put it into your mason jar. So then it's also a visual reminder if you keep it in your room or maybe in your living room, wherever you keep it, it's a visual reminder of the amazing things that are happening in your life. Another action you can try is that you can change the narrative. So if you're nervous about a job interview or you feel so much pressure about meeting a deadline, you want to try to focus on the things in this project or in this assignment or in this event that is positive. For example, if you're feeling terrified about this job interview, something you can say instead is that I am grateful to show my skills to people I admire. Or if you're worried about meeting the deadline, something you can say to yourself is that I am grateful to show what I can produce when I work hard. So you see how for both examples, I turned it into something more positive rather than focusing on the negative emotion. Tip number 2 is to journal daily, just to write about what happened in your day, the good, even if something went wrong, even writing that down so you can begin to identify the emotions that you experience on a daily basis and what they look like, right? How does your body show these emotions? And as you write in your journal, you almost want to write about your experience, about your thoughts in a third person viewpoint, because when you are writing in a third person viewpoint, you aren't judging yourself. You're coming from a place of growth, from learning, wanting to understand what exactly are the emotions that you experience and how are they affecting you? How are they changing your mood throughout the day? And how are you speaking to yourself because of these emotions, or how are you reacting to other people? And like I said before, we can be our worst critic, so you really want to try to avoid judgment altogether, because when you judge, it encourages negative thinking. And the goal is for us to be more optimistic and to have more positive thinking, and that when we do have these negative thoughts because of a bad day, we are able to focus on the positive rather than going down that path that we've been on many times, I'm sure, thinking about everything that's going wrong around us. Tip number 3 is that you want to challenge your emotions. So as you begin to practice tip 1 of gratitude and tip 2 of journaling, you are going to become more aware and understand the emotions and thoughts that you are experiencing. And when we do know more about our thoughts, our emotions, and our motivations, among other things that we then begin to identify and learn more about ourselves, we can also explore ways of being kind to ourselves, of forgiving ourselves, and opening ourselves up to the emotions that we do want. So some questions you can ask yourself is, how can I forgive myself? How can I have a more positive viewpoint? So at first it might feel strange, but it's literally talking to yourself, and using a journal to have that conversation is so useful, because you are having this conversation as a third person and without judgment. So you can really just lay it all out and really begin to learn and grow through what you're writing, and then what you end up rereading when you do go back to prior entries. Another activity that you can do to challenge these emotions and to identify where exactly they are is to do a body scan. So you can do this sitting or laying down, where you close your eyes, you take deep breaths in and out, and you really focus on your breathing, and you focus on clearing your mind. And if a wandering thought does come up, you acknowledge it and you let it pass. And as you're breathing in and out, you want to focus on what your body is feeling in that moment. Is there any type of pressure in your chest, in your head? So that is what a body scan is all about, is as you're taking these deep breaths, you want to see, where is the pain? Where is the emotion that you have suppressed for such a long time? Where are they causing that pressure within your body? Or maybe it's tingles. We all experience different types of feelings within our body that represents a suppressed emotion. Tip number 4 is that you want to act mindfully. So what does that mean? Pretty much whatever activity you do throughout the day, you want to do it with complete awareness. So the best type of activities to practice mindfulness are the activities that are automatic to us, that we do without even thinking, like taking a shower, driving, and eating. So when you perform these activities, you want to also use your 5 senses, because that will help you be in the moment and to really identify what exactly is happening when you're taking a shower, when you're eating, or when you're driving that is making you feel happy. For example, I love taking a hot shower. So in that moment, I might appreciate how the warm water feels on my body, how it relaxes my muscles after a long day. Or if you're driving, you might use your sense of hearing to enjoy the music that uplifts you and makes you feel energized and happy. And if you're eating, you're gonna use your taste as one of your senses to really pick up the flavors in this meal that maybe it brings you back to your childhood, or it brings you back to a moment where you had a similar dish and it just made you feel so good inside, especially if you're a foodie. Tips that I have shared, I have personally used myself, and these tips have helped me gain awareness about what it is that I actually want for myself, what makes me happy. And that ultimately is the reason that I've moved back to Spain. I'm originally from New York, but after teaching abroad 2 years ago, I loved the country, the lifestyle, and is really aligned to the lifestyle that I am creating for myself. So this is why I have such an abundant and fulfilling life, is because I did the work, and I continue to do this work of being mindful and really getting to know myself. Super excited for you guys to start learning more about your emotions and your feelings and how they influence the experiences that you have on a day-to-day basis. And I would love to hear how these tips go for you. So you can email me, or you can always contact me on my Instagram at Be Bold, Be Fierce, Be You. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell so every single Wednesday and Friday when I upload new videos, you will be the first to know. So sending you so much positivity, light, and self-awareness your way. And talk to you some more on Friday. Let's spread the knowledge learned today and share this video.